so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
Well, hi there, and welcome to Home Wizards, where we love to, well, do things.
Yeah, we love to improve your home and your life at the same time.
All that.
At the same time.
No extra
doggone,
charge.
Not one
just because
charge.
how it is.
Yeah.
I'm Cindy Dole.
I'm Eric Stromer.
And, you know, a dish garden is a solution if you've been wanting to bring a landscape or landscapes into your world and you think, I don't have a yard. Or I have kids and I want to create a quick project for them. Or I just want to surround myself with plants and I want to have them inside and not worry about watering them too much or having them die. Let me tell you, dish gardens are the way to go, baby. And we're going to talk you through it right here.
You can just move. You can move stuff around. That's what I like about these. I almost look at them like collections. You know, you can have sort of themes. You know, little areas around the yard or in your home or on your balcony if you live in an apartment or condo where, you know, now you've got a variety of styles, you know, in terms of the
different
garden.
landscapes.
Exactly.
So the idea of the dish, let's give you the dish on the dish garden, is, like you say, you can come up with a theme or a collection of plants, but the main focus is going to be bringing this dish garden inside your home, or it could be on your balcony. But let's say for inside your home right now, okay? And the beauty of this is you want to have a shallow container that is probably about a lip around the side of about 2 inches or so.
Okay.
That's the dish part.
All right.
And you want it to be about that deep because, it shouldn't be too much higher because that's going to spoil the whole idea. You want this to be like a little mini garden, almost like the bonsai effect, where it's miniature.
Yeah, but more shallow roots.
More shallow roots because you're going to be buying little baby miniature versions of all the plants, or you could be getting from a friend. I'd be happy to give you some root cuttings of mine.
You've been very generous with your bulbs and root cuttings.
See?
I have to tell you, and this is how my relationship now with you is a combination of gifts of booze, food, and roots and tubers. And thank you
and
for
tools.
That. And tools. We exchange tools.
And maybe a chicken.
Sometimes I'll get a chicken from you. That's true.
See, the list just goes on and on. But the dish garden can be such a great way. I'm just excited to share this with you because it's fun to see in your little mini landscape all the different possibilities in one space. So let's walk you through what you're going to need to do, right?
Okay.
What are you going to use for your dish? Let me visualize in your yard right now or in your garage or your tool shed. Do you have any dishes that are about 2 inches high? What would you use?
Stop prowling. Stop prowling and looking in my things.
No, you've got something
in there. Of course
I
have those.
What comes to mind?
You know, saucers from plants that I've purchased at the store. Yeah, I've got those. I've also got, the plastic containers that have the low lip.
Yeah, sure. You could use that. Yeah.
I have little paint cut trim buckets that I could use. Yeah,
cute.
That'd be great.
Old
saucers.
Yeah, the idea is you don't need a hole.
I got things.
You don't need to have a hole in this because the whole idea of not needing a hole is that we're going to layer.
Hey, now.
Sorry, that was accidental. Is that we're going to layer a bunch of things so that it will create drainage and protect the roots from being suffocated. Because that's one of our problems with houseplants is we water them, and I have friends that come over to take care of our house when we're gone, and they want to water the plants. And the bad news is that they overwater them.
Oh, and the roots rot.
And the roots are sitting in water. So they've been doing a nice, heartfelt, good deed, but then when I come home, like the orchids and different plants are sitting in like 2 inches of water.
Terrible.
And I'm like, ah. Yeah. So the good thing about the dish garden is that won't happen. So let's walk you through. So you've got your dish. Now you're going to get volcanic rock. And you're going to get gravel. Now, volcanic rock you can buy at a lot of garden centers. It's black. It looks like volcano.
This is the stuff that's in my terrarium you gave me.
Yeah.
Correct?
Right.
By the way, speaking of watering, when did you give that to me?
Christmas time.
How many times have I watered it since then?
Maybe once, none.
Why does it look so green and perfect?
I don't know.
Because you gave it to me, and that's exactly what the point of this whole segment. Don't overwater. Sometimes it can kill the plants. Mine look amazing. I'll send you a picture.
Okay. Well, this is the similar idea where you're going to create a base with volcanic rock. And you're going to then have, so after you have your little...
And these are little tiny granules. They're smaller versions of the volcano.
Yes, exactly. And they come in a bag at the garden center. Right. And it's going to serve two purposes. It's going to make the water not smell dank, because when you water a plant without drainage, that's a risk that you run into because it gets musty.
Sure.
But this is going to counter that.
Okay.
It's going to just kind of nullify that.
Right.
But it also will protect the roots from sitting in constant water.
Got it.
So what you're going to do is in the first layer, you're going to put the volcanic rock, and then you're going to have some additional pebbles. And then on top of that, you'll put some soil, some, planting soil, potting soil. And then on top of that, you'll have little miniature plants that you will have chosen, and try to pick a theme. Maybe it's all shade. Maybe it's all succulents. Maybe it's kind of like a desert, Asian infusion, whatever you like.
Okay.
And then on top of that, you add a little bit more decorative pebbles, or maybe some moss or shells or whatever, and that's just to kind of keep it all in place, because what's going to happen is when you water on the top, and then it'll trickle down. The roots of the plant will never be as far down as the volcanic rock. Oh. And so the water is going to go all the way down to the volcanic rock, holding almost like a bath, a steam, a sauna effect, if you will. So the plants are getting the moisture, but they're not sitting. The roots are not sitting in that soggy mud.
Got it. That's cute. And then you can have all sorts of different collections of plant types.
Wherever you like.
And
a great project for kids, because it's never too soon to get kids involved in learning about plants. And let's say that all you have is an apartment, or you don't even have a balcony, but you so want to have the feeling of greenery. I mean, how cool to create a little landscape with maybe even a small bamboo fountain that you can put on top with your little dish garden.
It really does feel a little bonsai-ish, doesn't it?
It's very much bonsai. So when you go online, and we'll also put this up on our website.
Is bonsai-ish a word?
Bonsai-ish is our word today. There are strictly, specific plants that are recommended for dish gardens. I mean, I highly recommend like a desert scene. Have fun. Nice. A desert scene with succulents and cactus and air plants, and then a top layer maybe of some sand on top, and even maybe put like a little plastic snake or a lizard.
Maybe even a little tiny little guy, an army guy.
A little guy, an army guy. There you go. And maybe a little tumbleweed. I mean, kind of have fun with it. So check it out. Do a dish garden. All right. When we come back, we're going to segue from this kind of a garden to maybe out in the yard kind of a garden. And what does beer have to do with it?
Everything.
Something.
Okay.
Beer, and so somehow beer ends up in Eric's life. It ends up
the strangest ways.
It ends up from the kitchen to the garage to the garden, and we're going to show you how it's going to help you too to keep the best of your garden going. Eric Stormer, Cindy Dole, you're listening to Home Wizards.